What is Rihanna and ASAP doing to him where he gotta do this?
That was the question that gnawed away at me.
Why they make it sound like I'm still hung up on you?
Off his new album, For All the Dogs, the track Fear of Heights is not Drake hung up on Rihanna. No, it's his first ever Rihanna diss track. Why now?
I'm anti.
Like, yeah, there's the question of when he wrote it, but I mean, he could have written it at any time. Like, a brief moment where he was angry at Rihanna, he could have scribbled down some lyrics and then decided to record it years later. But yeah, the big question was, why was he releasing it now? Like, that's a decision that takes much more time. There's much more time to deliberate over. Like, you choose what's going to be on the album. There's days or weeks to, change songs out, but he didn't. That song remained. So why now? So there has to be something that motivated him now to put it on the album.
Yeah, I'm anti because I had it with you.
And then the third thing was, why did Drake think he would come off looking good in the song? Like, we know he can't take bad press. So why would he subject himself to bad press? Like, a lot of the press he got was like bad reviews. So he can't really expect those. But he can expect the blowback that this Rihanna song is going to have.
And the sex was average with you.
And he didn't realize that or didn't care. And so, I was struggling with that. But then, we saw with the reactions that he had to Joe Budden and Charlamagne the God that Drake can reach a point that his ego is so irrational that's going to, prioritize his pride over, his career.
You retired and we never hung up your jersey. We don't even remember your number. Oh my God.
Drake can reach a point that he was so irrational about Rihanna that he needs to release a song now.
One of my baddest women ever, I call her Rihanna. And I had way badder bitches than your TBH.
So we had to start with what we know for sure. So, Friday, October 8th, 2023, we know Drake hates Rihanna, okay? Sunday, August 28th, 2016, he loves Rihanna.
She's someone I've been in love with since I was 22 years old.
So something in between made Drake flip. So the most obvious thing was the thing that happened 30 seconds after he said he loved her. And that was the moment that Rihanna's choreographer Instagrammed a shot of on her Instagram story the day after Drake released his song. So I kept clinging to that as the moment. It's not the moment. Let that go. Let that moment go. It's part of the story, but it's not the moment.
I end up in this situation.
The key comes in Drake's appearance in October 2018 on The Shop. And this is after him and Rihanna have broken up.
Where I don't have the fairy tale like, oh, Drake started a family with Rihanna and like this is like so perfect.
So this is after Drake has had his kids. So it's not that the fairy tale is having kids. The fairy tale is having kids with Rihanna.
It looks so good on paper.
I wanted that too.
I mean,
and
of
I
course.
didn't get it too.
By the way, I wanted that too.
So this is what made everything click into place. Drake didn't see him and Rihanna as the typical relationship. It was the fairy tale. And in the fairy tale, before the happily ever after, there's a lot of strife. The couple's torn apart, they're separated, there's a fight, whatever. There's obstacles in the way before they come back together for the happily ever after. So starting with the VMAs, Drake saw that as the fairy tale ending. He's going to surprise her on stage. He's going to give this big, gushing, romantic speech, make this proclamation of love. She's going to run into his arms, give him a big kiss, and that's their happily ever after. Didn't go like that for Drake. And part of the reason it didn't go like that for Drake was one, because of his self-centered ego, that he didn't realize that he was actually stealing a moment from Rihanna to try to do this, and that's why she didn't kiss him.
Must be love on a break.
And two, that he mistook Rihanna for a damsel in distress and needed saving. Like, no, dude, she doesn't need saving. You're literally there to on her career, what she's built up on her own. Like, it's not about you at all.
This is such an amazing night. It's such an amazing moment in my career.
They didn't break up after that. Because why? Drake didn't see that as the end of their story. He thought, okay, it's another obstacle. There's another obstacle in the fairy tale. So they date for a few more months. They break up. Drake's on stage in Dublin.
Because it's somebody's birthday today. Somebody I got a lot of love for and a lot of respect for.
Oh no.
So
Rihanna
doesn't talk, badly of her. In May 2018, Rihanna tells Vogue, "We don't have a friendship right now, but we're not enemies either. It is what it is." Drake released Scorpion in June 2018. No diss track there. And then March 2020, Drake playfully uses Rihanna's name during Instagram Live, and they have this little, back and forth in Instagram Live comments. So they're still on a friendly basis there.
Better him than me. Better it's not me.
It's not ASAP, because they confirmed they're dating in late 2020. Drake had Certified Lover Boy in September 2021. No Rihanna diss track. Then Rihanna announces her pregnancy in January 2022. RZA was born in May 2022. So I thought, okay, but then we still have Honestly Nevermind that comes out in June 2022. And I thought, okay, maybe he felt like a diss track would be out of place on that album, so he didn't put it on there because it's more of a happy album, somewhat. And then he has Her Loss in November, his joint album with 21 Savage. I thought, okay, he didn't want to put a personal diss track on that album, so he's going to save it for his next solo album. But then I realized, oh, he's got the Megan Thee Stallion diss on there, so that wrecks that theory. So I'm like, okay, so it wasn't RZA. So it's Riot. Yeah, that's what it is. It's Riot. That's what kills it for Drake. That's what kills the Fairytale. I was like, why would it be the second kid that kills it for Drake? Well, think about what kind of home Drake came from. A broken home, but the parents split up when there was one kid. So when he had a kid, when Rihanna had a kid, there's still a chance for this Fairytale to happen. What kills it? The second kid. Because as Drake says in the song,
That man, he's still with you, he can't leave you.
ASAP can't leave you. He believes now that there's two kids, you know, he thinks that a family can break up with one kid, but he believes two kids, a family can't break up. So that's why the Fairytale's over for Rihanna. Him and Rihanna. I figured it out. That's why he writes a song. That's why he's still irrational and releasing the song now because he's pissed at Rihanna. Did it. That's it.
I like Patty Aubrey, but this is f***ed up.